Hey everybody, we're still in chapter one. I'm gonna start. Make sure if you're driving, just listen up, and or if you're sleeping. So it's mainly, if you're driving or you're sleeping, you can listen to the story. We're on chapter one of the Western book, and I'm using my mic today. I think it might be better. So pay attention and listen to the story of the Western, chapter one. We're still not done. On chapter two, I'm just gonna after this one, I'm gonna read through each chapter individual, not like this. So let's get started. I ain't going with anybody, Bear said. I paid that whore $3 for an hour, and she effed me once and said she was through. Bear Cole said, I would guess that you are only good for 1 hour. Don't you rag me, Cole, next time I see that, so I'm going to cut her. No. Cole's voice didn't get less soft, but something came into it and made the no crackle like summer lightning. Bear almost swayed for a moment. Then he steadied himself and his eyes shifted to the other man on the boardwalk. Nobody said, "Where with you, Bear?" Nobody said else. Don't let him run you. Bear turned his gaze back to Cole. I ain't coming with you, Bear said. Cole didn't move. Nobody spoke. The light wind that had followed me out of the mountain drifted along the street, kicking up teeny swirls of dust, and he dried mature. The force of his motionless silence was hard to explain. But I could see it pushing at Bear. The men on the boardwalk began to spread out a little. They were all hide skinners, probably come into town with Bear, been sleeping on the ground with him, cutting buffalo with him, eating bad food and drinking lousy whiskey with him. They couldn't back away from him now. One of the men slid the hammer loop off his Colt. I took the 80 gauge from under the right leg. Cole saw me. I knew. Already I could tell that he saw everything. If he thought I was with the Skinners, the increase in odds didn't appear to bother him. I had no money on that one. But I didn't think Bear could gut a woman, whore, or otherwise. I didn't think one man should go against seven. Marshall, I said, I'm backing you in this. I said it softly, but it was still that it almost echoed. Cole didn't stop looking at Bear, but he made a barely visible noob. Bear still watched Cole. The man on the boardwalk glanced at me when I spoke and spread a little farther. I choked back barrels on the 8 gauge and rested to butt against my right hip. Then I moved Sugar a little closer so that I was nearly beside Cole. Again, the silence arced over us, made more intense somehow by the sound of easy wind. Bear said, F you, Marshall, and went for his gun. I brought the shotgun to my shoulder. Cole seemed in no hurry. Carefully, he drew the Colt, thumbed back the hammer, aimed in the middle of Bear's big body, and shot him. In the center of the chest, he rocked the Colt as he turned, a half turn so that the big bone-handled Colt was steady on Bear's supporters. Bear sagged and fell over, his gun half out of the holster. Sugar didn't mind gunfire. Sudden movement scared him, but noise had no effect. He held a rock still where I had set him, so that other barrel of the shotgun were steady too, towards the man of the boardwalk. You may go about your business now, Cole said. Nobody did anything. I won't tell you again, Cole said. At the far right edge of the group, the right shoulder of the man who loosened his Colt made a kind of Involuntary switch to the froze. Everything teetered.